Hey everyone, Cielo here. New year, new film gear. Let's talk about it. So this year there are 2 new cameras that are coming out. It looks like we're averaging 2 new cameras a year. So last year we had 2 new cameras come out. We had the Pentax 17 come out, which I ended up getting and ended up loving. If you want to see more about my experience with that, you can click on the link up here. And then the other camera, which I have FOMO about because I did not get it, is the Rollei 35 AF. If you are loving that camera, please let me know in the comments and let me know if I should get it. So this year there are 2 new ones that have been confirmed. Maybe there will be more. If you want updates, I will let you know. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications. But the first one is called the Analogue AF-1. It is by a company called Analogue, and they're based in Amsterdam. I've never heard of them. If you know anything about them, please let me know in the comments. That the camera is basically a beautiful point and shoot camera. The design on this camera is just really streamlined, super clean. I love it already. It's got a 35mm focal length. It has a f2.8, so kind of like the Contax T2 that I just got last year. If you want to see my experience getting that camera, you can click on it up here. So this camera goes from f2.8 to f16, and it has a built-in flash. Supposedly the glass is really sharp, so I don't know anything about glass technology, so I can't even begin to tell you, but supposedly it's really good glass. Really good glass means it's going to be really sharp. So there you go. Those are all the things that we know about this camera. There are a couple of things that weren't included that makes me think it's probably not going to have it. So the first one is the manual control over the flash. So I think it'll just automatically go off, which to me isn't always the best thing. Sometimes I don't want that flash look, but again, this is all speculation. The other thing that it doesn't seem to have is some kind of exposure compensation. So again, I'm comparing this to the Contax T2, but the Contax T2 you can, expose by a few stops or underexposed by a few stops. This camera doesn't seem to have it. Maybe it's a good thing, I don't know, but for me, I like to overexpose by one stop, especially when I'm using my Portra 400, Portra 800, and so on. So we'll see, I don't know. Again, this is all speculation on the website. I wasn't really able to see the top of the camera, so I don't know. Again, speculation, but it didn't seem to have these 2 features on it. Just like any point and shoot cameras, it is auto winding, auto rewinding, and the cost of it. So it is €399, which translates to about $415 US, and it's slated to come out sometime in June or July this year. So, you can wait a few more months for it to come out. And if you pre-order now, you can actually get 15% off that €399, $415. You did the math, I'm not gonna do the math. Did I pre-order? I did pre-order. Is this any different for any camera that I have? I'll say yes. I'm justifying it because it's a beautiful camera. I don't have a camera as beautiful as this one. So I pre-ordered there. And when you pre-order, I think you have to pay $5 to secure it. So it's not a free, just sign up pre-order. So that's a commitment already. Commitment from me. The other camera that is going to be coming out is the revival of the Widelux camera. So Jeff Bridges, the actor, is apparently a really avid photographer. He's taken some really amazing photos with this Widelux camera, and he loves it so much that he and his wife want to revive the camera and share that shooting experience with everybody else, which is very awesome of him. What is the Widelux camera? So it is this really unique panoramic panning lens camera, and so the lens actually pans across and takes the photo, which means it doesn't move that fast. So the fastest shutter speed for this camera is 1/250th, and then the slowest is 1/15th. And I think you can only select there's only four shutter speed stops. And what's cool about it is that because of the way it shoots, it's got this circular kind of curve to it, and that is the characteristic of these shots. Because if you take something with a straight line, it's going to distort part of it so that you have these curves in your photo. And you would think that's kind of like a bad thing, but this is what makes taking photos with this camera super unique. I've seen some photos taken with this one, and they're just really cool. I think you just kind of have to learn how to use that curve distortion to your advantage. So this camera I am really excited about. It is not a cheap camera though. So This is retailing for way over $1,000 on eBay, and I don't think there's a lot of Widelux cameras out there, so I can see this becoming more and more popular. So I can see why Jeff Bridges wants to remake this, because there aren't that many that are out there anymore. What is the new revival going to be like? So supposedly it's not going to be exactly like the Widelux camera because of the way they said it on the website, by saying it's going to be a mix of vintage and modern technology. Maybe they're gonna use LiDAR focusing technology. Just kidding. I'm mixing things up, but we'll see. It's going to be different from the Widelux camera. I think we can assume that. How it's going to be different, I don't know. Hopefully, and I'm pretty sure they will keep that that sliding panning lens, because that is really the biggest characteristic of this camera. So how much is it going to be? It doesn't say it on the website, but 100% we can assume it is going to be way over $1,000, because if the Pentax 17 costs $500, I'm pretty sure this is going to cost over $1,000. So when is this going to be coming out? We don't know when in 2025. We just know 2025 because I read this on Petit Pixel. They said they're aiming for 2025. That's a whole 12 months range. I don't know when it's going to land, so I'm going to be watching out for it. Again, if you want to get the updates soon, I will let you know as soon as I know. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications, and you'll get updated as soon as I get updated. So what do you think of these two cameras? Which one, or would you be interested in? Maybe neither of them. Let's talk about it in the comments.